Okay, so I'm gonna record another video. I just recorded the video about digital minimalism. It was a long video and it brought me to another, not point, but there's another thing that I want to talk about, which is something that I have been reminding myself a lot about lately. And also, it was a thing that finally made me get started making YouTube videos. I wrote it down in my notebook. I will just write it out and put it on the screen. But basically, how it reads is you haven't done it until you've done it. You don't have it until you have it. It doesn't exist until it exists. That's part one. Part number two is take action. That's everyone knows this statement. Number three, try something new in every video. And number four, try something new every day. The last two are kind of redundant. And also try something new every day. That seems like sort of a very big like, ooh, bucket list, blah, blah, blah kind of like goal. I just mean like maybe try waking up earlier or try adjusting your morning routine, something like that. Just try to make a little change to make your life better. Try to take supplements, try to something like that, you know. It's not like, oh, try bungee jumping. Okay, today I'm going to swim with a shark, something like that. It's not huge things. I mean, if that's what you want, then go for it. It's a new experience, but that's not what I mean by this. Obviously, my statements are based on improving your life a little bit, like step by step. Especially the first part is something that has really pushed me to take action. Take action means take action, but sometimes that's not enough. I feel like the top part here, you haven't done it until you've done it. These are such redundant statements. I mean, it's obvious if you have not done it, you have not done it, right? But what I mean with this statement is sometimes if you're talking about something, if you're planning something, if you're thinking a lot about something, it gives you this feeling of having done something. But the product that you want to create, this is very focused on creating things because that's where I'm coming from myself. You haven't done it until you've done it. If you've been thinking about it, like if you've been thinking about wanting to make YouTube videos for literally 3 years, you still haven't done it. It doesn't exist. And that's line number 3, right? It doesn't exist until it exists. No matter how much planning you've done, no matter how much thinking and buying equipment and talking to people and this and that you've done, if the product has not been created, it doesn't exist. If it doesn't exist, then it doesn't exist. Maybe it exists in your heart and in your brain, but it doesn't really exist. It's nothing. It's just an idea. And again, you haven't done it until you've done it. Even if you have a great idea for like the perfect drawing, the perfect painting, the perfect book, the perfect video, you haven't made anything. If you haven't made it, it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. Like you can't lull yourself into a false sense of contentment until you've actually done the hard work, which is creating the thing. Like if you're just planning and dreaming and it's not gonna, you haven't done it. So, yep, I'm gonna put my redundant lines on the screen again because this was just like a little additional side video talking about these basic realizations that I had, but honestly they have had a huge impact. It doesn't exist until it exists. You haven't done it until you've done it. That's what finally just pushed me into making my first shitty YouTube video that was in 3x4 or 4x3, I don't know, format. I just published it. Yeah, my first video where the aspect ratio was off or the filming dimensions were off. I don't really know what I did on that one. But anyway, I still published it because it exists. For instance, if you want to create YouTube videos, you're not saying you want to create videos, you're saying you want to create YouTube videos, which means you have to upload it to YouTube in order for it to qualify as a YouTube video. Otherwise, it's just a video, which is also great, but that's not part of the product that you want to create, right? If you say, I want to create videos and you create a video, then you've created a video, great. But if you want to create YouTube videos and you're not uploading them, then it's not a YouTube video, it is just a video. And I wanted to create YouTube videos. That has been something I've been wanting to do for like, as I've already said a million times, like 3 years. 3 years I wanted to do it, and I kept planning and thinking, and I love tech. That's why, not all tech, certain tech. Yeah, that's also like part of what this channel is about. But because of that, I was lulling myself into this false sense of feeling productive by buying new equipment and not using it. Now I finally ended up filming. And guess what? I'm filming on my freaking phone. I'm not even filming on my good camera. Why? Because the phone has AirDrop. That is the main reason. The phone has AirDrop, and I got a little clip that fits into the ring light, so I can just clip the phone into the clip. And I have eliminated a lot of hurdles of things that I could potentially use as excuses to not do it if I film on my phone. Because the thing is, I'm very good at finding excuses for everything, anything, and thus not getting anything done. So my logic was, if I film on my phone, I don't have battery problems because it's always charged, because you try to keep your phone charged, right? If it's running out, you recharge it. Whereas the camera can easily run out of battery. It's not something you constantly use. So it's very easy to like have it run out of battery. And then if you don't have a spare battery, then that's a whole ordeal. And you're like, oh, now the sun has set and I don't have the natural daylight. Oh, I'll just film it tomorrow. And then like 5 years pass by and you still haven't done it. So anyway, I eliminated that. To airdrop, anything that can be done wirelessly for me needs to be done wirelessly, because I hate synchronizing. I hate like file editors and file like transfer things. And yep, running out of memory. I'm never going to run out of memory on this phone. And wireless transfer is super fast and super easy. And I always have the phone on me or with me. So I don't have any fake hindrances that are stopping me from filming. Then next is the audio. It's a bit more of a pain in the butt, but since the phone can still accept audio, like since you can just record on the phone, it's just going to sound bad. You can't really use that as an excuse either. So basically that is how I sort of got over the hurdle of making up excuses for myself. That is why I published my first video on YouTube, and that's why now I'm trying to publish something every single day, because if it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. And if you haven't done it, you haven't done it. No matter what you think, no matter what you've been planning, if you haven't created it, you haven't created it. And no one else can tap into your magic brain and see your beautiful creation unless you actually realize it and turn it into reality. And this is something that I have to remind myself on a daily basis. And this is another reminder. Thanks for watching.